What's up, family? We need to go ahead and talk about these taxes against our Social Security recipients. And yes, it is finally time to stop the taxes. And we are specifically referring to our seniors, guys. Yes. Also in the news, we do have some information in regards to the drug prices going up and what we can do to stop them as well. So I definitely want to talk about that. But first off, I want to go ahead and catch you up on what happened this week in relation to politics, such as the former president Donald Trump is running for the next president of the United States, as well as the new Kamala Harris is also running for the next president of the United States. Well, Kamala Harris did announce yesterday her potential running mate for the 2024 presidential election, and that is Minnesota's Governor Tim Walz. Yes, she made this announcement yesterday, and they ended up also having a rally in Philadelphia where the crowd and the participants speaking at this particular event were definitely fired up. As you can see right here, that Harris introduced her new running mate, Governor Tim Walz, as the Vice President of America that America deserves. And I want to also show you this right here, where it says that some of the highlights where Harris and Walz kicked off the campaign at Philadelphia's rally. This is the first time that they have been shown together since the announcement was actually made, which was less than 24 hours ago. But anyways, like I said, this particular rally, everyone was fired up, specifically Kamala Harris, Shapiro, as well as Tim Walz, which he seems like a down-to-earth guy. He does have a unique story. I'll let you guys go ahead and Google that on your own, but I at least wanted to make sure that you knew who the vice president running mate was for Kamala Harris. And then we obviously know that J.D. Vance is the running mate for the former president Donald Trump. But anyways, guys, some of the highlights from this particular Governor Walz, what he did in Minnesota, you guys may recall, we talked about this previously, where he introduced one of the highest child tax credits in the country and said that it was taking place back in April of this year. Also, another thing that he also did was Governor Tim Walz introduced a supplemental budget request, which was basically requesting an additional $226 million in spending to be revised in relation to his budget. Now, the good news is that his particular state had a budget surplus of $3.7 billion. But anyways, he just wanted to spend a little bit of that, which would still leave about $3.5 billion in surplus on for Minnesota. But anyways, something in regards to this particular proposal was it includes additional cash, giving out some stimulus payments, some cash payments for child protective services, cleaning up nitrates in water, and the Department of Corrections. Also many other things as well in regards to what he was trying to propose in this particular budget. Specifically, $45 million was allocated for a new pilot program that will provide upfront payments for the state's expanded child tax credit throughout the entire year, similar to how the monthly payments for the federal tax credits during the COVID time frame. So anyways, guys, some of the highlights, definitely don't want to go into some of the low points from this particular governor, but anyways, kudos to Kamala Harris for making that selection of this particular governor to be your running mate. But anyways, guys, moving on, we do need to go ahead and talk about the drug prices in this country, prescription drugs. It just seems like the cost continues to keep going up over and over again. Well, according to this particular article that came out last month, this is known as Project 2025, where prescription drug plan would increase costs for as many as 18.5 million seniors and others with Medicare. Yes, if Project 2025 is implemented, at least 1.5 million Medicare beneficiaries with high out-of-pocket costs will pay more for prescription drugs in 2025. This is very alarming, specifically for our seniors. We want to lower the prices of prescription drugs for our seniors versus raising the prices. I mean, guys, have you ever looked up to see how much your particular medication costs in the United States in comparison to other countries? You will see that it's almost 75% cheaper in other countries. So I beg the question, why can't we just buy our drugs in other countries, since they continue to allow the drug companies, pharmacists, increase prices here in the United States, the great land of the United States. But anyways, over the past 2 years, seniors and other Medicare enrollees have begun to benefit from monumental prescription drug price reforms thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. I believe that was signed by President Biden. However, these life-saving policies are now under threat. Yes, this is the new information that we're just receiving right now that is telling us that that may no longer be the case. We might not be saved by this Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. We might be on the verge of this going away altogether, specifically and especially if the former President Donald Trump makes it into office one more time. We can obviously assume that these changes will definitely go away in regards to this particular act signed by President Biden. But anyways, they're saying that the Heritage Foundation has outlined a sweeping far-right policy vision to put power and profits back into pharmaceutical companies' hands. This is called Project 2025. Mandate for Leadership, a conservative promise. Calls for repealing the Inflation Reduction Act, like I just told you. Similarly, the Republican Study Committee Fiscal Sanity to Save America fiscal year 2025 budget proposal calls for a full repeal of the law. If Project 2025 is implemented, millions of Medicare enrollees will see their out-of-pocket costs for prescription drugs rise higher than they've ever seen before, reversing much-needed savings generated by the Inflation Reduction Act, Medicare's Part D reforms, and other provisions. Anyways, guys, I won't necessarily go into more detail about this, but you can easily Google this information. But just to give you some quick numbers, about 18.5 million people that are on Medicare Part D enrollees could pay more in regards to their prescription drugs. The average potential increase in OOP costs among Medicare Part D enrollees is around $399, and about $7.5 billion is going to be missed in complete savings for our Part D enrollees just in the United States. And then also 1.5 million estimated number of Medicare Part D enrollees could pay more without the $2,000 out-of-pocket cap limit. So anyways, guys, those are just some of the numbers in regards to this Project 2025. Have you guys heard about this yet? Hopefully you have. If not, this is really going to affect our seniors. Take a look at this right here. It says specifically, Project 2025 treats seniors' access to affordable drugs as collateral damage. The dangerous agenda prioritizes big pharma's bottom line at the expense of millions of Medicare Part D enrollees who, if Project 2025 is enacted, may once again have to pay more out of pocket for their medications that they need, impeding both access and affordability. Guys, this is obviously scary, and it looks like this potentially could be enacted and implemented. And if so, obviously, it's not going to look good, guys. It is not going to look good. We already have millions of seniors struggling right now as it is because the prices of goods and services continues to rise. It hasn't even stopped yet. Prices have been rising for over 2 years now, and it seems like they just continue to keep going up. Companies, businesses are continuing to be greedy, asking for more money. And if this happens, guys, I mean, our seniors are just going to have to make some tough decisions on whether or not to put food on their table, to get their air conditioner fixed, different things like that, guys. It is going to be very challenging, I know. But anyways, guys, I would love to get your thoughts on this. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think about Project 2025. And like I said, I would encourage you to go out there and read more information about this. I only gave you a glimpse of how this affects the prescription drug plan here in the United States, affecting people on Medicare, seniors, Social Security recipients. Yes, guys. check that out definitely when you get some free time. Now, in addition to that, guys, we also want to talk about how the former President Donald Trump feels about the Project 2025. Well, we looked on the website Verify, which is a website that actually goes out there and fact checks different information that is on the internet, trying to give you a bit of a non-biased perspective. And what I read from this is that the former President Donald Trump has not publicly endorsed Project 2025 by name, and he's tried to distance himself from this particular plan. But they did want to note that he has multiple connections directly to the plan. So what that means is some of his colleagues that are in his direct circle, they have a relationship and a connection directly with Project 2025. But like I said, they are telling us that Trump is actually distancing himself from this particular plan. So we don't necessarily know what to feel about this or how to take this, but on face value, we can't necessarily assume that Trump is pushing for this particular plan. But anyways, guys, you guys may know something better than I know or better than this website knows, but that is exactly what we have right now today. And then last but not least, guys, I also want to show you that something about our Social Security still in relation to the benefits for our seniors. Yes, we recently were told that Donald Trump is actually proposing eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits for seniors. This is some good news, guys, because we've talked about this a lot in the finance community as well as on the political campaign trail. Different candidates throwing things out, trying to see if they stick with the American people. And this could just be one of those things from Donald Trump. We don't know yet because he doesn't really talk about it a lot on the campaign trail. But we do know that he has mentioned this a few times. So I definitely wanted to give you the update in relation to this. Yes, it says that Donald Trump proposes that he wants, if he gets into office, he wants to eliminate the taxes that is done on Social Security benefits for our seniors. Now, just to be clear in regards to this, this is not in every state, guys. This is only in specific states that actually tax our Social Security recipients. And yes, back in July, the former President Donald Trump on Wednesday said that seniors shouldn't pay taxes on Social Security, a departure from decades of tax policy under the GOP. Trump made the announcement on Truth Social platform. He wrote, "Seniors should not pay tax on Social Security." Simple as that, guys. And I agree with him. Do you guys agree? Comment down below and let me know that you agree with Donald Trump right here on this particular statement. Also, hit that like button for me. I would appreciate it. But anyway, Social Security can be claimed starting at the age of 62 years old, although benefits increase the longer one waits to claim them, with benefits capping out at a retirement age of around 70 years old. Now, the taxation on Social Security began back in 1984 with legislation signed by President Ronald Reagan. Seniors receiving Social Security income pay taxes on 50% of their income from the program, and in some cases as high as 85% if their combined income from other sources pushes them above certain thresholds. Seniors are a key demographic that Trump needs to win the election, and his Social Security proposal comes soon after also made an appeal to hospitality workers by calling for an end to taxation on their tips that they make from being waiters or waitresses in restaurants. I also agree with Trump on that as well. We do need to remove that taxation from these individuals receiving those sometimes massive tips, if you will. But anyways, guys, like I said, I think this is some great information. What do you think about this? I believe that they should not be charging charging taxes on Social Security income, even if it is 50% and some individuals making or over 85%. I still don't believe that those are seniors, Social Security recipients, SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, all of the above should not be taxed on their SSA income. Do you guys agree with me? Please say that you do. I hope that you do. If so, let me know down below in the comment section. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to give you that update information in regards to all of that stuff, specifically related to our seniors and our Social Security recipients. But I would love to get your thoughts on this. So if you get an opportunity, please comment down below. Let us know how you feel about these new changes that could potentially affect you moving on after the November time frame, moving on to January of next next year. This could affect millions of people, 18.5 million people. Also, if you get an opportunity, please hit the like button on this video. And if you haven't already, take the time, hit the subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate to have you a part as the Budget Bill family. But outside of all that, I hope to see you on the next video.